How's it going, everybody? I'm Jacob and this is Archimedes Tub. Today I'm going to be showing you how to turn on a basic LED light with an Arduino Uno board. This can be done with any Arduino board. Really, this can be done with any microcontroller. To be honest, all I'm going to be doing is following a tutorial and then showing y'all just a video representation of that tutorial. Incredibly simple stuff. All you're going to need is your microcontroller board, preferably an Arduino. You may have a little bit of issues with power supply and programming with other boards. You're going to need a breadboard. You're going to need basic LED, resistors. Just for this one, the website recommends between 100 ohm and 10,000 ohm resistors. Any lower, you're going to burn out your bulb or your board, or any higher, and it won't get enough power. The LED light won't get enough power because the resistor's literally resisting power. You're going to need your jumper wires. I have some right here. My weapon of choice for cutting, just a little snipping the ends of the resistors. Going to need a laptop or a computer. Let's see. Power supply. So the Arduino that I'm using has two specific power supplies. One of them is a USB-A, that's this right here. It's an old printer cable. And there's also this barrel jack, which I also have right here. I don't use it much because the power supply that I found does not have USB. So I can't hook it up to the computer. But if you do use a wall plug-in, you need to make sure that your power supply is not over 5 volts, or you will burn out your board. So moving on, what else we got to cover? So basically all we're going to be doing is using just some simple code to tell this part of the board, which this is the main part right here. It's kind of the brain, I guess. And all these little metal rivets, I'm sorry the camera can't focus too much, but they're all soldered on if you look on the underside, they're all connected to these plug-ins right here, these pins. This is pins 0 through 13. You got a couple more, you got your 5 volts, yada yada yada, ground. Over here you got different stuff. To be honest, I'm still learning, so the more I know, the more y'all will know. Alright, so as far as that goes, I think we've just about covered it. You have to wire the resistor and LED in series. I'll basically show you how that's done. All this stuff can be bought off of Amazon. Resistors are cheap, LEDs are cheap, jumper wires are cheap. The Arduino board I think was like $20. Breadboards are cheap. Really the most expensive thing's going to be your computer and laptop. So with all that said, let's move on. I already have my jumper cables picked out, so I'm going to be connecting, and again I really do apologize that this doesn't focus well, but I'm going to be connecting the black wire to the ground pin right there. And the breadboard, the breadboards are wired horizontally. They're connected horizontally. So I'll connect this one to 15. That's the ground. So then we're going to go with pin 13. And pin 13 is also hardwired into the orange blinking LED you see on my board. And that will be on all boards, I think. I've played around with this one a little bit, so I don't know if I've rewrote in my Arduino IDE the code to. But let's see. And also another thing to note: if you are using if you're using salvage resistors, I will include a cheat sheet. It can be a little bit difficult to get here and there just because the bands are small, but it's helpful if you've just desoldered some old PCB and have some salvage resistors. Alright, so we've got our ground, and I want to say, yeah, it's pin 13 plugged in. And now LEDs, if you look on here, One leg, I've kind of bent it a little bit, but one leg is longer than the other. It's this leg. That's going to be your ground because LEDs do have polarity. So we'll take the ground and we'll wire it in line with pin 15. Now on here, it's hard to see. I'm gonna move it up to where I can see it. Just tap it. Sorry, guys. All right, so it's 15, and then I have not plugged the positive side into. It's not wired in yet. All right. So next on the list, we're gonna be grabbing a 220 ohm resistor. You want to use between 100 and 10,000. I'm not going to go as low as 100. If that's the lowest, I don't want to risk burning my board up. And if 10,000 is the highest, then it's not really going to look like much. It's going to be really dull because the LED is not able to get as much electricity. Do want to be careful while everything's powered up. You don't want to have metal bits flying around. That can most definitely mess up your board. So can static discharge too is another thing. Alright, so with that being said, we got our resistor. Really hard to see. Everything's so small. The electronics are very tedious and can be frustrating. Alright, so I'm just going to bend it here, give it some legs. And over here, we got some more legs. And don't be afraid to manhandle stuff a little bit. You don't want to break it, but you got to put things where they need to go. Alright, so one side of the resistor, this really doesn't matter, as far as I'm aware it might, but is going to go in line with your positive pin. And don't worry about the negative side of anything, but you just want to get the other side of the resistor in line with the positive side of the LED. And just squeeze that. Oh, I messed up. Come on now. Alright, we're going to get it this time. Don't worry, guys. Alright, and I just realized something. I may have messed up. Let me try something out real quick. Let me move from pin 13 to pin 12. Well, pin 8. Interesting. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. 1 second. And we're back. So, I'm an idiot. Turns out I had it mixed up. The longer side is the positive side. So, put it back in here. Line that up. And bam. There we go. And now if we switched it around to the way we had it before, it does not work. So, which I'm even skipping a whole step here. To be honest, guys, we have to really even go into Arduino IDE, write the code, compile a sketch, and then upload it to here. So what I'm doing for that is I have my USB-A cable attached to my laptop, and don't worry, I'm about to show you guys how to do that in just a moment. We'll hop over to the laptop side of things, and I'll show you how to get from where this isn't blinking to where this is blinking. Alright, 1 moment. Alright, hey guys, we are now over at the laptop. I'm going to be showing you how to run things from here. Alright, so first thing we're going to run over to arduino.cc.com, and in the top of the screen you want to click software. From there, go to Arduino IDE 2.0.3 and just click download. I've already downloaded it, so I'll let you do that. Now, we're also going to come over here to Circuit. I'll leave a link down below, but it's circuitbasics.com. And this is the tutorial I'm working off of, so you can just follow me along. And basically, it's really simple from here. You'll just run down, read this. This is some stuff I went over, plus a lot more great information you can take. I'm going to have to redo that one because Liz...
What? No, don't save that one. because we can splice the audio so you can pick up where your sentence stopped instead of redoing the whole intro.
Okay, I'm just stopping while Liz is doing a dab. Alright, so once you come over here to the Arduino homepage, you want to click software and you'll just run down to the latest build. I want to say this is the download button right here, but no, there's GitHub. There's plenty of places to get it. It's not too terribly hard. If anybody has any issues, just let me know. And then we're going to come over to, I'll leave a link in the description for the specific page, but this is circuitbasics.com. This is a tutorial I'm following along with. Y'all can also follow along with it as well. Plus, there's a lot more great information to learn in here. But after you have Arduino.IDE installed, you want to open it up. And this is where you need to have your USB-A connected to a USB port in your computer from the Arduino. Because you're going to be uploading the sketch to the board itself. Alright, so once you get all that done, you want to scroll down here, and this is going to be the code itself. And it's all going to be within these brackets, because if you look over here on Arduino.IDE, these are the brackets that are already there. So just go back, and this is really easy. Just copy and paste for your setup. This is where it tells the board which pin it's working on and what the pin is doing. It's making pin 13 output. Come back over here and go under the loop, and we will copy under the bracket. Back over here and paste in between the bracket. And if you feel like it, you can check for any errors. If not, it's okay, it's up to you. But basically what this does is, so like I said, this tells the board which pin is doing what. So it's pin 13, and pin 13 is outputting 5 volts. And down here, the loop, so it's telling pin 13 high, and that's what turns the light on. Down here, this is the delay. This is how long the signal is going to be active for. 13 low is turning off the 5 volts to the pin, and delay is telling how long it's off for. So right now, this is on for 1 millisecond, or on for 1 second, because it's in milliseconds. So it's on for 1 second and then off for 1 second. And you come up here and click upload. I have my pin flashing. I have my LED flashing for 3 seconds on right now, just for ha-has. So if you want to do that, you just come down here to pin 13 high and 3. And that's how you do that. On for 3 milliseconds and off for 1 second. If you want to make it off for longer, you'll just change this to whatever value you feel like. So, like say I want to do half a second. I'll do 500 milliseconds. Upload. Done uploading. And, yep, there it goes. Alright guys, well thank you for watching in this video. I hope that you learned some stuff. If there's anything you'd like to see us do, just let us know in the comments. Also, again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and y'all have a wonderful day.